What's the deal, y'all? You tuned in to Clap It Up LA. I'm here with my boy, DJ Kevvy Kev, aka Trap Kitchen Kevvy Kev.
What's the deal?
West Coast certified DJ and the owner of this here Pineapple Express truck in LA. Kevvy Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed, you know, on this good Tuesday.
Top of 2021.
Top
you know
of
what I mean?
2021.
So look, TRAP stands for Take Risks and Prosper.
Yeah.
So how did you guys come up with that name?
It was just like trying to overcome obstacles, you feel me? You know, just us as black men, we always just deal with so much strife, just being black.
Right.
That's a risk in itself. So trying to prosper from it, it's just, you know, getting out of something and following it and taking a risk from it and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it became Trap.
Okay, I can dig that. Now, DJ Kevvy Kev, you started off DJing, right? Now, what first got you into DJing? Because you know, this is something that you got into when you was a kid, or you know, what got you into that?
I always been like musically inclined, man. Just growing up, even as a kid, I always would just watch in church. I would always watch the drummer, and then growing up, like as far as DJing, I had mentors and people. I just loved like the aspect of somebody being able to entertain.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I really got a kick out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I just grew to, you feel me? That's what birthed me, just liking music. Then I started, you know, playing the drums, you know, learning from Michael Polk, who was like the drummer of the Commodores way back in the day, way before our time. Okay. You feel me? Then after that, I just, you know, sailed from that to just DJing, you know, like I said, loving music. You feel me? That was like 9th grade, you know, Crenshaw High. That's crazy. Crenshaw, hey, you know what's crazy though? I was on the same thing. When I was little, something about the drums, I just gravitated to them, bro. We would go to church and I would stare at the drums the whole service. Like, bro, I fell in love with the drums. So how did it feel, you know what I'm saying, when you first got up there? Well, how did you feel when you first actually got in front of a church and did your drumming? Were you nervous?
Man, that's a long time. I could have been like 6 or 7 when I started.
You were 7?
7 when I started.
Wait, in front of a crowd? You were 7 years old?
Yeah, in church.
That's
you know,
that's
in
different.
service. You know, what's so crazy is the drummer. There was already a drummer, right? And then that drummer didn't show up, so it was like it was my time to go. Like, okay, well,
7 years old.
Yeah, Kev, you've been learning, you've been at home, being on all the books, and I just had to go and do it, and I did it. Like,
that's crazy. We did this thing, man. I used to make drum sets out of pots and pans. So, you know, when you finally got into DJing, what age were you when you finally got behind some turntables and did your thing?
That was 9th grade.
Okay, 9th grade.
That was 9th grade at Crenshaw. Like I said, I was already playing sports. I was always a people person. Like, I always was like the class clown, like the entertainer, the guy who made everybody laugh. And once I like actually saw this guy come to our school, Crenshaw, and DJ, it was like, damn, like, you feel me? Like, this dude is playing music and got everybody turning up. I'm like, how? I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You feel me? And look now, it's like, what? I'm probably about 15 years later.
I mean, West Coast certified. That said a whole lot, you know what I mean? But I understand that, just wanting to have that impact. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be able to have people vibe to your stuff. So, what did it feel like when you actually, you know what I'm saying, saw people dancing to your music? Like, you know, how did you get into that?
Like I said, well, around that time, it was like the jerking days was heavy.
Yeah, facts.
You feel me? So it was picking up, learning what song would go with what, the timing, just watching other DJs. I would like search other DJs on the computer in my phone, and then just trying to like pertain it to myself, taking it to Crenshaw, and that was like my platform. I only was DJing at Crenshaw, and then I just got a call. I had got a call. Somebody wanted me to like. I guess they
referred me from school to DJ outside at a house, and that was like my first house party. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't have no speakers. I didn't have nothing. Like I remember using my dad's living room surround sound.
Word.
The subwoofer.
Oh, so you had to bring all the stuff.
Yeah, I had to bring. I'm like, okay, so you had to bring. I didn't have no money at the time to buy equipment. So like I just would like use my dad's surround sound, use the 50-piece CD radio, and I took that and plugged it to my mixer and just.
Well, hey, so check this out. Hey, this is exclusive right here.
Yeah,
I ain't even know that. I never heard. You know what? Actually, on house party, the dude was using the house speakers.
Yeah,
to do the So you had to essentially do that yourself.
Yeah,
so,
I had to bring the house speakers.
How long did it take you to think? Like, okay, well, this is what I'm just gonna have to do. Like, how long did it take you to think about that?
It took me a little second, but like I said, like as far as the turntables and DJing, I kind of picked it up.
Yeah, okay.
I picked it up once. The guy that showed me, like, he like, here, I'm finna move. These my turntables. Like, you take over. He blessed me, and then I just, man, I did whatever I needed to do to, like, I wanted to get everything down to a T. Like,
but you know what? See, that's how God works. When God know that you putting your energy into something, God gonna always be able to provide that
and
way
He's not
for
gonna leave you alone.
Facts.
So I always had His help to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, was there ever a point that you thought that DJing wouldn't work for you, or did you ever get some negative feedback?
Negative feedback. I done even scared myself, like just doing the worst of the worst parties.
Really?
I done did like some all blood parties, some all crip functions where it got shot up. It was only one way to leave. There was a time where they were shooting inside the club. I had to literally hide under my turntables. Like there was nowhere to go. Like I've been to some moments where I was like, man, you know, I want to give up because this is not my scene. This is not what I want to deal with.
Goodness gracious. So in those moments, what is it that keeps you grounded and saying, all right, I'm going to keep doing it? You know, as risky as that is, I can imagine you had a gang party, bro.
But here's the thing with being a DJ, you have the control of that. I didn't realize I had the control of depending on what track I would play would spark a certain attitude from somebody, you know, mixed with liquor and whatever the case may be.
That's big. So, I never thought about that, but that's true.
Yeah. Man,
you played it, you know, you already know. I mean, you know that going to the club, if they play this song,
right.
Tripping, you know what I mean?
I realized that over here, like I said, but this is me, my peak of DJing. I'm not knowing that. I'm not knowing. So when the dude is like, oh, play this is this. But a certain person might not like that, you feel me? And it sparked tension, you know, depending on what hoods or who's in the event, you know? So.
And that's a lot of pressure too, because, I mean, did you ever feel like you were at fault for any of that ever happened?
I was to say, yeah, maybe, because I'm the DJ. I'm the one that's playing the music, but at the same time, it's just like,
doing your job.
You know, I'm just doing my job, as far as accepting requests and getting it done, and being able to, like, be there for the people. You feel me? Like on that altitude, no. But like, you know, it is what it is. You live and you learn, and that's what I did. Moving forward, like.
And see, that's a good thing, and people got to understand. You learn through your experiences. You learn through, you know, your mistakes. You learn through your failure. When so many people fail, and they just back off of it, like, oh, I'm done. It's cool. I'm never gonna do this again.
Exactly.
So it's good that you were able to pick up on that and just say, all right, I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Now I know what not to do. And people really got to do a better job of looking at their failures like that. So when you got involved with Trap Kitchen, so you DJing and you're managing artists, and then you got involved with the Trap Kitchen situation. Now let me ask you this: what made you, with all the things that you had on your plate, what made you say that you were going to go ahead and join your big bros and making this situation happen?
I think it came from just trying to figure it out. I was at the point in time where I wanted to do something new. Something new. Like,
would you say you were finding yourself?
I necessarily wasn't finding myself, but I just wanted to add on to myself. Like, I feel like at a time where we get caught up in just doing one thing, when, like, you know, we're all multi-talented. You feel me? So why not be able to reach above your means and be able to go for whatever you can go for? You know what I'm saying? And I think from DJing is like the nightlife. You feel me? So
I really didn't have nothing to do during the day. You feel me? I really wasn't doing nothing. You know, I was preparing for the night.
Right.
But I wanted to keep using my time. And like I said, I was just sitting. You know, and I'm a person to not just sit. I gotta go
do something.
I gotta go to the mall. I gotta do something. I gotta go shop. I gotta do something. Just, you know, just to keep my mind going. You know.
Okay.
So that came from just like I said, I didn't have nothing to do during the day. I was looking for something to do in the night. Maybe I'm like, oh, maybe I need to look for a job or something. Like I said, because DJing was strictly night. So I was in the studio one night with the bros, you know, making music for my mixtape.
Okay.
And one of my boys had referred me to one of the big bros, Spank. We just chopped it up, and he was just basically talking about how he cooked. I'm like, man, you don't cook. I didn't think like people our age really cooked. Like, you know, we love to eat out, you know, like, so I was blown by him saying that. He was like, yeah, I sell plates on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Let me see. Then he showed me. I'm like, what? And at the time, he was selling like enchilada plates. And then I'm like, bro, like, how could I be a part?
He was cooking at home. He was cooking.
Yeah, he was cooking. Yeah, he was cooking at the trap. So he was like, how can I? I'm like, how can I be a part? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do. He was like, man, you can come, you can come work for me, bro. You can just, I make the plates and you drive it. He didn't have a driver at the time.
Okay.
He like, you just drive it around, like,
so you
drop it
right
off to people.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm like, cool. I'll be there tomorrow morning. You feel me? And that's what kind of birthed me into, and mind you, like, Spanking News is from Compton.
Right. 2
separate tracks. You know.
You from the Crenshaw district, they?
Yeah, so they from Compton, you know, Crip and Bloods from Compton. So me being a LA Crenshaw native, I don't really know too much about
all the politics.
So like, so now I'm like going into Compton. This is like, wait, what is this? What area is this? Or what is this? I'm lost. So that was a whole new ball game for me. Just learning, being able, like, driving her. I remember we was like, I had to deliver to the Game's brother, Big Face 100. Then some other top Big Bloods, some other top Big Crips, and I'm like, I don't know these dudes. Like, you feel me? I don't know what. All right, let me just drop it off, you know, hurry up and get back to the car and get going. But like I said, and that's kind of what birthed myself into the trap, you know. And then every day, you know, just watching the bros just grow. Within the Instagram, like being the first to like build a platform and selling plates on social media. I ain't never seen it. I don't think anybody ever seen it.
And you know what? That was, shout out to Trap Kitchen, man. Shout out to them. I forgot their names. Shout out to Spanking News, man. I hope I can sit down with y'all one day. But really, if you can go back, if people could go back and watch their Instagram, because what I do before I interview people, I scroll all the way to the first post, bro, and you can see where they started. And it's so amazing that so many people are discouraged to start because they don't like where they're starting at. You know what I'm saying? They're ashamed of that. But shout out to them for actually embracing and just doing it.
Those are bros, man.
And so you being able to see that, how much game did they instill in you even starting from that?
Oh shoot, man, like, we talking about 6 years later right now, you know. They taught me a lot, bro. They taught me a lot, just, you know, just learning, you know, the street life of Compton, you know what I'm saying? The street life of just, you know, being gang affiliated. Like I said, I know what I know from where I'm at, you feel me? But just a whole different side, like I'm not knowing, you know, just that. And then in the food, it's just like, damn, like they taught me how to cook, you know. Oh,
so you didn't know how to cook? I mean, you wasn't really a cook.
Like, I wasn't
always a cooking dude.
No, well, nah, like I never was a cooking dude.
Really?
Nah, I think I always would go out and go eat at the finest places.
Okay.
But I never really cooked. Like, you know, I know how to cook the basics, but really like gourmet style and really hooking it up, cuisine style. I didn't have no clue. So just watching them from every day on the daily routine, you know, trapping from 11 to 6 p.m. It's just cooking. It's just like every day seeing the grind from them made me just like, damn, I have no choice but to tap in and learn, you know, because if one of the bros is down for whatever reason, I feel like I gotta begin to, you know, to get it done.
So what was the vibe like amongst y'all? Because you know, in the beginning it's slow. You know what I'm saying? You trying to build that reputation. Was there ever like the vibe of, man, I don't know if this is really gonna work like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was times where we just, you know, we clashed or whatever reason for what we clashed for, but like I'm never one to give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm never one. I'm always quick to try something new, learn something new, attack it, and try to grab as much as I can from it. You feel me? So, and I think that's what Spank, you know, and News instilled in me, was to just be close to them to learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I just learned and gravitate them, because they're older than me. Like, you feel me? So being able to learn and look at them as big bros to just teach me the game of the ropes of cooking, you know, and, you know, being out in the streets. You feel me?
Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, I get that. And then that's another thing too. They were saying like they're gonna be them regardless. You feel me? No matter how professional you care to be, they gonna be them, and that's what makes them unique. So now, when you finally, how long did it take for you to finally say, okay, I'm ready to jump off and do my own thing with this?
I was like fighting with it. I felt like being 6 years in, Spank had sent a group text to like the whole Trap Kitchen family, like, yo, we got to figure it out. Like, I need everybody to jump to the next level. I think that was my cue. I always thought about it, but I think that was my cue to like, okay, Kev, it's your time. Okay. You know, and I think I did it. Like, I think.
Well, you definitely did it. Ain't no thing, you did it for sure.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I was talking to God about it. I was trying to like figure out what angle I should go with it, because I didn't know as far as what I wanted to do, but have my own truck. You feel me? And I'm like, okay, it's going to be hard trying to do it all myself, knowing, you know, learning from what I know, but, you know, one, I didn't have no money at the time. How can I build myself, you know, into the company when bro is telling me, oh, let's pick it up. You know what I'm saying? How can I step it up? You know? So I ended up tapping it with my bro A-Tron, which is another big time DJ out here.
Shout out A-Tron, man.
A-Tron for sure. And I just kind of like told A-Tron like, yo, I need a truck.
Straight up?
Like, yo, A-Tron, I need a truck, and I have the tools to know how can we do it, like how to build it. You know what I'm saying? I think you will be a great partner to building that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I don't know, you know. Mind you, we DJing at Crazy Girls at the time. We active DJs, you know, so A-Tron's like, man, you know, I'm like, Tron, like, yo, I think it's time we need to build an empire of our own and kind of like put our own self and our own names out there. You feel me? I think we both had similar concepts or ideas, and we just needed to put it together. You know what I'm saying? I think we both been through the same stuff and just, you know, wanted to have that big break to get ourselves out there, you know, as far as being our own names and introducing our own selves, you know.
Okay. So how long did y'all actually go back and forth about, you know, getting the truck?
Bro, literally it was about maybe a month.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking it was a couple months.
Bro, it was a month. Like I said,
you just had to be on him, huh?
Yeah, I just had to be on him, and then, you know, like I said, as a real friend, he understood and he agreed. Like I said, I went to my piggy bank. I got my last little dollars. I'm like, yo, let's put it together and let's get a truck.
So you basically put all you had,
everything, bro, everything I had, everything. Like,
and so you, and at that point, were you certain that it was for sure gonna go, or was you just kind of like, I don't know, but I'm gonna do it?
I was praying, and praying, bro.
Faith. Ask God for what you want. Ask God for what you want.
Just praying, bro, and hoping that it will succeed. You know what I'm saying? And then it did. You know what I'm saying? I think I had to go to the bro Spank and let him know, because I think I still needed an ideal recipe on what to do moving forward. Me and Tron was brainstorming. We was figuring out maybe we should do a pizza truck, lobster rolls. We was trying to figure it out. You know, now we got the foundation. Let's figure out what can make us, and we had that sit down with Spank, and he was just like, yo, y'all need to run pineapple bowls. I think that was a hit. Snoop Dogg, really, shout out to Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, shout out Uncle Snoop.
At the time, we was cooking pineapple bowls for Uncle Snoop about maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, so the pineapple bowl started with Uncle Snoop.
It started from the trap.
Okay, it started from the trap.
We were selling it from the trap.
Okay.
It was Pineapple Fridays.
Okay.
Uncle Snoop got a whiff. Maybe he seen one of his boys with it, and he just tapped in on Instagram like, yo, Trap Kitchen hit me, like, and he had tapped in like, yo, this is Dog.
I saw that. So when you saw Snoop, you talking about Snoop, the real Snoop.
Tripping.
When you saw that, bro, how did that feel?
Bro, I was asleep. My phone woke me up. Like, it was so many missed calls. I went to Instagram. I'm like, what's going on? People DM me like, yo, hit back Uncle Snoop, he hitting you. Hit back Uncle Snoop, he hitting you. Then I go to my text message. He said, yo, like, he texted us. He was like, yo, this is Dog. Like, I need y'all to come to the compound.
Woo!
I'm tripping.
And y'all had to get up and drop everything.
What? I called Spank, called News. We up and all right, we going. Let's go. Fast. We pulled up. We tripping. Snoop gave us a whole tour of his compound. Man, it was on another level. Blown away. And I was just thinking about like how that was 3 years ago, and now I just like. I damn nigga go to Uncle Snoop's house. Like, he made me feel so comfortable. I put my feet on the couch. Like, Uncle Snoop, I never knew that I would be able to build a relationship from the trap to have my own conversations, have my own program with Uncle Snoop, like I have been, just off of, the trap.
Ain't that crazy how doing what you're supposed to do in this world to navigate you to these type of things? And did you ever think that you would ever come across Snoop in such a way?
Never, bro. Never. Now, like I said, I just knew I was going to get there and DJing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe one day I'm going to just do a dope Snoop Dogg mix and play all his tracks and tag him and get everybody to tag him. That way he can see. That was I thought.
God always working, though.
Man.
Because you know what? That's another thing, too. When you get to doing, like I said, when you get to acting in your purpose, a whole bunch of doors are open for you, and it'll take you to places that you never thought that you would. You end up doing things you never thought you would do. So when so whose idea was it to actually start the Pineapple Friday situation? And because them things, I haven't had one yet, but I'm gonna get one today. You know what I'm saying? So, whose idea was that?
So Pineapple Fridays came from Spank. He saw it at like a fair, being at a fair. It was a pineapple cut with like a scoop of rice, and they had like some vegetables in it, and he thought it was interesting. And he was just like, why don't we just bring this concept to the hood? You know what I'm saying? Put with hood flavors, that good home seasonings, and make it our own. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where it steered from.
Okay. Now the top of 2020. DJ Kevvy was on Instagram on crutches. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what DJ Kevvy went through, but he was announcing what we know as the Pineapple Express truck. All right. So what was going on at that time? I mean, because it looked like you had to sort of push yourself to get up here and shoot.
Man, I was living my best life. Shout out to Mariah Johnson, and Sean God, DJ Sean God. It was his birthday weekend. He said, yo, bro, we going to the snow, like for my birthday. I'm like, okay, dope, let's do it. So, man, I was trying to get the snowboard going, man. And it didn't work out like I expected. But I don't regret it. I would definitely do it again.
feel like at that time too, we were building the empire. We were building. So I'm on crutches and we're looking for a truck. You know what I'm saying?
And how long did it take y'all to finally get a truck?
It took us literally, bro, at max a month.
That's good.
A month,
That's
bro.
good.
It's just, it didn't stop. Like being on the crutches didn't stop me. A-Tron picking me up. I'm in the crutches. He in the Mercedes, the 2-door. We trying to figure it out, bro.
Right, so the homie in handicap, but he dedicated to get this truck. Hey, look, you gotta have that type of dedication. Like ET say, you can't succeed. Wait, what did he say? He said you gotta want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
That part.
I mean, come on now. He got it on crutches. What's your excuse? And it was in 2020.
Yeah, man. So we just kept moving. We had to move. Like I was just so focused on it. I was sleeping on it. I was like up late night. I'm a late night person, so I was up late night thinking about it. It's like, man, what we need to get it done, visualizing and getting it done. You feel me? So we got it done. You know, Pineapple Express, you know, came out. We drew the whole truck, drew the image, with the color. This came from like 3 different color blues. I'm like, it got to come from the Crenshaw blue. You know, it came from Chase Bank blue. And it came from just a generic blue, and then we mixed the blues, so you can never match this blue with nothing.
That's like, crazy. And you got Nip, you got Kobe on the side. Who else you got on the side?
So in the meantime of us putting, like, literally sitting down with the guy who's finna print the rap, Kobe passed.
Oh damn.
Kobe passed.
Like that?
Yep. In the meantime, Kobe passed.
I thought y'all had this already before.
So we had to add Kobe, bro. It was just like he was like my idol growing up. That's all I knew. Like a lot of people can say they knew Jordan, you know, and watch film like Jordan. No, all I knew was Kobe. You know, growing up. You know, I idolized him. You know, just having that Mamba mentality. You know, also a Nip and actually knowing Nip. You know. And promoting some of Nip's music. You know, one of his greatest albums was Victory Lap. And being able to have that that lane to be able to promote it in the clubs. You know, so that was a big deal.
Well, okay, so you were able to push this while you were DJing at the same time. Okay, because I remember y'all were actually serving outside of the club. Okay, so
that was our first. We was literally working at Crazy Girls. We brought it out. Super Bowl weekend. Okay. Which will be a year next month. Okay. It'll be a full year.
Okay. Y'all brought it out for Crazy Girls. Now, how was that experience? So, I can imagine how busy y'all was.
Oh man, I think Kylie Jenner. We had Travis Scott. We had T Grizzly.
Okay. Now, when you see these people coming to your truck, what is it that you feeling like?
So they was inside. So. Our deal with Crazy Girls is they didn't have a kitchen, so we were the kitchen for Crazy Girls. So it was like pineapples and strippers at this point, because you was able to order from our truck and we would bring it to you inside.
Oh, y'all had it like that.
Yeah. So you feel me? So we was like, Odell Beckham was in there. We came. He wanted pineapple bowls, and we brought the pineapple bowls to him. Like we had our workers at the time who was working the truck outside. And then we had 2 hosts that was coming in and taking all the orders inside. So it was crazy, bro.
Goodness, I could imagine.
So our first weekend, Super Bowl weekend, which is why we named one of our biggest bowls the Super Bowl.
Okay, I did see that on the menu.
Yeah, so you got chicken, steak, shrimp, and salmon inside, all 4 meats in the pineapple bowl. You know, that was the Super Bowl. That was our big shebang, right? You know, that came from just being out Super Bowl weekend. It was an extravagant weekend. We launched our truck. It was a huge weekend.
Dang, that sound big. That sound big. So, you know, you spoke of just these sleepless nights, and I think I commented on one of your videos. You was like, bro, you was basically telling everybody like, man, I'm tired, but I gotta go back to work. Like I gotta get back to it. Now, what you obviously have a motor, you know what I'm saying, that's ready to work, that's ready to get this going. What is it that kept you going? What was your source of motivation to keep you working and working tireless, sleepless nights? What was that?
I think that just came from the trials and tribulations that I was dealing with.
Okay. So you used, but see, people gotta understand this. This whole failing, making a mistake thing, that stuff gotta be your fuel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said at a time that, you know, it was a time where me and my family, we just lost everything. You know, we lost the house, we lost our cars. There was just times where, you know, we didn't have nowhere to go. You know. We were at a hotel, but it's crazy. I never said this on record.
I mean,
but it was just
bro,
like, bro, first clap it up, right?
Clap it up. They made it out of that,
Yeah. So it's just like we lost it all, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, literally, there's a difference between spending the night in a hotel and living in a hotel. You feel me? We had everything with us, and there was nowhere to go. You know, I remember. Just trying to get by, you know. We barely getting by, me DJing, but using that money just to be able to put on the rooms for our hotel, you know. Still have to, you know, and pertain the whole image, you know.
Yeah, because you know what, you did a great job of that.
Yeah.
If somebody was to look at Kevvy Kev, or even talk to Kevvy Kev, you would never know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why it's important that people share their process.
Right.
Because when, like I said, when you see on Instagram, all you see is perfection. It's smooth. But you don't really know what's going on in the background.
Yeah, man, I was going through it, and I just used that. I really want to write a book now that I think about it. Just off of that. I think I was just so blown by not wanting to go back to that. You know, dealing with so much, parents dealing with so much, and then I'm watching, you know, my dad still have to get up every Sunday and preach, you know,
keep his spirits up.
And keep his spirits up and not fold for all of us, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my job was to make sure, I wanted to make that my job was to make sure we don't go back.
Yeah, I feel that.
And still, you know, which is why I always had that drive of just moving forward, bro. Not really depending on nobody and just pressing the gas, trusting in God, letting him lead my way, and then just keep pushing, moving forward.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's big. You know what I'm saying? That's big that you, because anybody could have gave up in that situation, just gave up on life, felt like God wasn't on their side. Right. I mean, when you look now, when you look back now, so, because I was going to ask later on, what was that moment that you would say, like, you thank God you made it out of?
Yeah.
It sounded like that was it right there.
That was definitely the moment coming out of, like I said, and I thought it wasn't gonna be over at a point. It was just getting worse, getting worse. Like it wasn't just one. It was like 3 hotels we was moving back and forth from, out of my grandma's house, and then there was a point in time where we had nowhere to go. We had to stay at the church because we didn't have no money to stay in the hotel no more. Right. You feel me? So now we in the church, in the back of the church, because you know, it was like. That moment was that key moment I always think back on whenever I feel like I want to give up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And using that as fuel to push and to keep driving to move forward. So, which is why DJing got so serious, which is why opening a whole food truck, you know, which is why now finna open another food truck, which is why now I'm finna build a restaurant / brunch where I'm able to, bro,
you get it all going. Get it all, just get it.
Like
you can DJ in there,
everything.
You can do everything you want to do up in there. Yeah.
So just using that to keep moving forward, man. You know, so I'm definitely grateful and blessed. You know.
Okay, and then making it through that, and then standing where you are today. How grateful, man. How grateful are you just knowing that you was able to just overcome that, and the family's good, and then on top of that, you're a young man, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of pressure. Was there ever any questioning on if you should continue to try to even get this truck, or if you should continue DJing in the midst of all that? Because it's easy to just drop, go get a job.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I actually did that too. I worked for Target for 3 years. My thing is, when you start something, no one's going to finish it for you. When you start something, no one's going to finish it. No one's going to like have it laid out for you. No one's, like I said, and that goes back to being in our struggle. Like, no one helped us. Like,
it's lonely. It's
you know,
lonely.
at a time,
it's
you know,
lonely,
in your struggle, and at the time where you're doing, no one really helps you. So you use that to just, you know, just to keep your faith in God and hope that God will see you through, and which He does. Not at your time, but you know, on His time, which is His time is always right. So I never counted it out. I never counted it out, knowing I didn't have, you know, I used my last dollars to get this truck. Like, I never counted it out. Like, I just knew God was going to provide.
Something was going to be,
you know, whether it was, you know, like being able to eat, be able to buy clothes if I needed to, or be able to provide for my daughter, you know, like God was going to provide, and He did.
Now, was it difficult for you? Because see, in times like that, not everybody's going to be able to understand you. Like we already know, everybody ain't going to try to help you. Was it difficult for you to even express how you may have felt? Because you still got a job to do. Was it difficult for you to even talk to somebody about it and just try to vent?
Yeah, I think that was a key thing. Like I never really talked to nobody. That was my biggest thing. Just like I kept a lot to myself. So like it was always just in me. It was just always fueling in me. And instead of just, you know, lashing out or, you know, just busting somebody's head open, I just used it, you know, to how God wanted me to use it. And that was just to, you know, help people, feed the streets, you know, feed the community, give back, like all the time, you know.
And see, this is the perfect example of to what we clap it up for. My boy went through it all, and you see where we stand today. So, you know, now that you guys got the Pineapple Express truck going, you know, the Trap Kitchen, everything is going well. You were able to travel to different cities now. You know what I'm saying, with the truck. You know, how was that experience, being able to go elsewhere?
Just like,
you went to Vegas.
Yeah, we built, like I said, we built Pineapple Express Instagram and followers from scratch. You feel me? These are people that just been in tune with what we started, that don't even actually follow me or A-Tron. You know, they follow the food. They love the food. So being able to like wanting to feed people that always been wanting us, and we couldn't get to them because they're in another state, or other people that just love us and from another state or another city, and being able to go to them is just like, it's like giving candy to a baby. People be so excited, you know what I'm saying? They be going to Vegas. Oh my God, the first time going to Vegas, it was so lit. People like, we partied, you know, we had the Airbnb, we partied also, but we was out there feeding all the Vegas
see that, and that got to be a beautiful thing, because you usually go out to Vegas to have fun. You went out there to have fun and was on business. You know
it's always that always been my thing, my motive. You know what I'm saying? Being a DJ, being a DJ is handling business, but using that platform to still help somebody else. You know, like even whether it's 3 people or it's 3,000 people. You don't know how that person may feel it. You don't know why that person is at the club at the time. They may just got out of divorce, or you know, or just going through it like me. So using that platform to be able to like turn them up is probably what they need. So being able to come, you know, bring a truck to Las Vegas, be able to feed people that, you know, they ain't really had this. They've been wanting it. They probably can't get to
crazy too.
They can't get to LA, you know, for whatever reason. So having that platform, like I said, it's grateful. It's humbling. It's humbling, bro.
Feel good.
It's great.
Feel good. And so, you know, in the beginning, you were cooking, you were doing deliveries and things of that nature. So now, what is your role? Are you more sort of overseer? Do you still cook? Do you still, you know, do deliveries and anything?
Oh yeah, I still get in there and get it done. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got a great team. You know, a great team that, you know, just holds it down. You know, having a great team. You know, we done had our hiccups and stuff. You know, but like I had a mentor. You know, and Spank and others. Like, you know, you're going to deal with that the first year, the first 2 years. You're going to deal with going through people. You're going to deal with figuring out everything, the quality of the food, the purchasing, the, you know, just the temperatures of stuff, everything, you know. So that's what we've been learning. But I feel like to be in a year, coming a year, maybe less than 30 days, I feel like we've been doing a great job.
Came along.
Me and Atron just talked about our stats between this time and when we started. We've served over 20,000 pineapple bowls.
Woo, 20,000.
We served over. That's stats. That's numbers.
Yeah, that's a lot of that.
We've
a lot
served
of pineapples
over
right there.
20. It's in the books. We served over 20,000 pineapple bowls.
Goodness, complete hit then with that.
Yeah.
Man, how does it feel knowing, you know, how does it feel knowing your statistics and just knowing that you know, I mean, you started all the way from one pineapple ball, bro.
Man,
20,000.
20,000. I'm just like, dang. That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm still in disbelief about it. It's just like, but that's just what we became. You know, just serve the people, feed the streets. You know, shout out to Roddy Rich. You know, Roddy Rich was one of them that we started making pineapple bowls with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Roddy Rich worked for the Trap, and we was together cutting pineapple bowls and doing deliveries together.
What?
Like,
and then Roddy Rich was still rapping at that time, right?
Yeah, we was listening to his music while we was cutting pineapple bowls.
That's crazy.
Roddy didn't have a car at the time. He would take my car to go do deliveries, and I would cut pineapple bowls at the house.
That's another exclusive right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Clap it up LA.
Yeah.
You dig?
So we always talk about that.
Yeah.
Roddy was like, he used to always say like, Kev, man, let me have your car. Let me have your car. I had an X6. Kev, let me have your car. I'm like, man, that's all I got, Roddy. But it was so funny because now he's just number one artist in the world. So we always laugh about that. It's like, man, damn, I wish I should have gave it to you. What car you would have gave me back?
I mean, he would have for sure got taken care of. So, okay, you know, what's the overall vision for Trap Kitchen? You know, the Pineapple Express truck. I know you're talking about, you know, starting a brunch situation.
Yeah.
What's the overall vision though? Like, you know, how deep have y'all gotten into that thought process?
Shoot, I think it's just still, you know, feeding the streets, feeding the communities, branching off, becoming a heavier franchise, and just to opening more brick and mortars, more food trucks. Us of our own being Pineapple Express, we definitely going to have another food truck to travel around in different cities, different states. Also, we're going to have, hopefully, we've been in talks while we're on Melrose, locking in the venue over here somewhere.
Okay,
you know, so
dope.
that's, you know, fingers crossed for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, within this year, it's going to be some major big moves coming up.
Okay, 2021, big moves coming up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure, if y'all ain't been here, y'all make sure y'all come and check out the Pineapple Express truck. It's my boy DJ Kevvy Kev.
Yes, sir.
It's J.Brock. We clap it up to that, man. We out.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.